Welcome to this week's episode of Hamer the Gamer's Gaming Memories, and this week's episode is about Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2. This game holds fond memories for me because it was the first game I ever bought before I actually bought the console. Actually quite a while before I bought the console. Simple fact was I saw an absolute bargain at the time. I remember being in Canterbury and saw the game for a fiver in one of the second-hand shops in Canterbury. Bought it straight away. You know, at the time, second-hand games for the GameCube and PlayStation 2 and Hot Air were about £20–25 because they were £40 games then, or £30 game, one of those prices. So of course I bought the game and sadly had to just stare at it for several months. You know, it's fantastic staring at a game that you can't bloom and play. And it wasn't until my birthday, I think 2002, I believe. When did the GameCube come out? Was it 2001? I cannot remember, but I got it on my birthday, a few months after getting the game. And boy, I was not disappointed. Playing the first level for the first time, blowing up the towers was nothing special. You know, that was simple and easy. That was just to get you used to the controls and the firing mechanisms. But boy, hitting that trench run was fantastic. This is what, you know, Star Wars fans, I'm more of a Trekkie myself, but Star Wars fans were waiting for, was just this fantastic level of just running down that trench, or flying, as fast as you could to get to the hole where you could stick the missile in to blow up the Death Star. Wasn't disappointed. You know, I thought it could have been better. There certainly could have been maybe one or two more enemies flying behind you, but it was great fun, there was no question about it. But just seeing it for the first time and, you know, getting an idea of what you had to do was just breathtaking, just blew you back in your seat. And you know, playing the Battle of Hoth again in pretty much what at the time was HD compared to the N64's level. And that was just fantastic. You know, just taking those AT-ATs down, and you know, but for me the standout moment of the entire game was taking on the Death Star. You know, the solo Death Star for the first time. You know, and it wasn't hard to take out, there was no question about it, but I do remember there used to be competitions, you know, I don't know if it was website, no I don't think it was website, I think it was magazines at the time. And, yeah, sorry, I thought that was somebody coming in there. You used to have competitions of who could take it out the quickest, and I think the records were crazy times, you know. I think I got it to just under a minute, I believe, may have been just over, but I think the records at the time were like 40 seconds and all. Pretty much they were getting in there, blowing everything, flying into things. That's what people used to do. They used to sacrifice themselves for the time. I just loved that level for the first time. Sometimes I just play the entire level just taking out the guns of the Death Star and then taking out the Death Star just to enjoy the feel of flying around it in different ships, you know. Millennium Falcon was the worst thing to fly around that. I used to blow you out of the sky. For me the most frustrating level was probably the gas cloud, or the gas tanks that you had to take out. I believe it was the second last level. Certainly not far off. You just had to, you were constantly rammed in that game for me by those stupid, not TIE bombers, whatever they were. They're not TIE fighters, I think they were in between them. They were pointy little things that used to just ram you and laugh at you. Luckily those GameCube controllers were quite robust, you know. Took a lot to bend them. Never broke one yet. But I did just start playing the game there a few nights ago. Boy, did I get frustrated on some of those levels, especially the gas one, and I cannot remember, well of course the last level, that trying to get to just getting to the tunnel was an absolute task in itself for the first time. It just brought brilliant memories back of playing that game, the feel of it. Just at the time the graphics of it were just phenomenal. You know, everybody thought, you know, this is probably the best graphics we'll ever see in a Star Wars game. Of course, you know, over time we've learned that things could only get better, especially like with Star Wars Battlefront. You know, I'm really looking forward to Battlefront 3. Please don't screw it up, EA. Please don't screw it up as you did with Battlefield. Nah, I'm just so looking forward to the next Star Wars game, simply because of how good Rogue Squadron 2 was. I did play the original on the GameCube, or not the GameCube, the N64, and it was great, but I always had the urge to have, I want space battles. Of course, this game delivered. So hopefully soon I will be able to give you some footage of the Rogue Squadron 3, as I just bought that game last week as well. So I shall let you go and take care of yourselves. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and also consider sharing, as I do upload weekly. So hope you stay and enjoy. Thank you very much. Bye bye.